Prime Minister Narendra Modi's road show there in Varanasi. Fresh images coming in of Modi in Varanasi. This is his home turf. You can only imagine the kind of reception he receives. Huge love and appreciation for Prime Minister, where the locals there clearly showering their love for him by just showing up. Flower petals that's showered on him as his vehicle traverses through parts of Varanasi. This is a massive Dalit outreach by the Prime Minister. He's on a 2-day visit to his constituency Varanasi, unveiling the statue of Sant Guru Ravidas in Varanasi. Prime Minister Modi, at least 12 projects we understand he will be flagging off. And over the last 2 days, yesterday and today basically, he's already flagged off and laid foundation stone of a few projects, collectively amounting to nearly 14,000 crores. This is his home bastion, his Lok Sabha constituency, Varanasi, where he appeals to the people ahead of Lok Sabha elections and promises that there will be development in Varanasi for the next 10 years, all on the Vikas plan. As we know, the Prime Minister has announced nearly 23 schemes for Varanasi. Remember, this comes just barely a month and a half ahead of Lok Sabha elections. It's very interesting to see Prime Minister Modi reaching out to his people. This is a tribal outreach, though while he's in Varanasi, you see almost every person on the street there showing up to show their love and affection for the Prime Minister. Massive gathering in Varanasi. People there, the fondness that we see for Prime Minister is out there on full display. Let me cut across to Samarth Srivastava, our correspondent who's joining us on the phone line there. Samarth, we know the Prime Minister spoke extensively at a public platform. He didn't miss that opportunity to slam the India Bloc alliance members, especially the Congress party, saying that Congress works only for their own family's upliftment. They are against the backward class communities. In fact, the Dalits, OBCs, SCs are all vote banks. Discrimination is done by the Congress and the India Bloc. Those are the words he said on that public platform as he carries out with his tribal outreach. Give us more details on this 2-day visit of the Prime Minister in Varanasi.
Well, exactly, Nabila. We saw that Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, attacking the opposition, the India Bloc, without naming much party leaders, but slamming them. But what we know is the roadshow which is currently happening in Varanasi, because it's the constituency of Prime Minister of India, and he is being welcomed by a cheerful crowd of people on either side of the road. If you can clearly see, and he's waving his hand from his motor car, and you can clearly see that his roadshow also gave way to the ambulance which was right behind the convoy. So this is what his roadshow is all about, and he's also meeting people around in Varanasi. And we also saw the visuals when he came to a flyover which is under construction, and it was late night, somewhere between 11 and 12. And despite the timings, despite the stressful day, Prime Minister visited that flyover and did inspection along with UP CM Yogi Adityanath. So he was also seen interacting with the beneficiaries of various government schemes such as PM Awas, PM Swanidhi and PM Ujjwala, among others. So this is something very crucial. Later in the day, Prime Minister will inaugurate Kashi Temple Samagam 2023 at Namo Ghat, and will flag off a second Vande Bharat train between Varanasi and New Delhi. While earlier today we saw that Prime Minister inaugurated a new terminal building of Surat Airport, which was built on ₹356 crores. So his continuous visit to Varanasi, we saw him visiting Surat, and from Surat he came to Varanasi, and this energy, what he carries, clearly demolishes the waves of opposition parties. At one hand, we are seeing that finally, after a turmoil in the relations of various political parties in the India alliance, finally a deal was done between Samajwadi Party and Congress, and later on in Delhi, the same pictures came in. And in a way, we saw when elections are nearing and we are expecting a press conference from Election Commission in the mid of March, then we can assume that seat sharing formula is being done. While on the other hand, Prime Minister of India is busy visiting his constituency, Varanasi, again and again. And it's not just about the visit, it's also about various projects of crores for the benefit of the people of Varanasi who have voted for him to make Varanasi a smart city. What we see when we visit Varanasi for reporting, we see the roads, the change in roads, the infrastructure, the stadiums, the ghats, the cleanliness, especially the focus on the cleanliness in Varanasi is quite visible, and that was not here since last 7 to 8 years. But things drastically changed in favor of Varanasi, and that's why you are seeing a heavy crowd during the roadshow all around, accepting the wave of Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi. Back to you.
Samarth, yeah, we see clearly the fondness and affection for the Prime Minister that's on full display. This is the Prime Minister promises that in Kashi there will be massive development. That's a promise he's given to the people of Varanasi, especially Kashi, that the development will be a classic example for the rest of the country to watch.